If you want to grow your carpet cleaning business, then stick around and watch the rest of this video. I'm Ruben with BookCleaningJobs.com, and we help carpet cleaners book more jobs. This week, we have big news. Google's rolling out an update that some SEO professionals are saying could be the largest update since Penguin. And if you don't know what Penguin is, it was a big Google update that happened years ago. It shook up the search engine landscape, and websites that ranked before Penguin suddenly lost all their traffic. This actually caused some people to go out of business. So first, I'm going to tell you what Google says about this new update, and then I'm going to explain exactly what it means for carpet cleaners and other cleaning business owners. So here's what Google says about the helpful content update. I'm going to read directly from the source. Google gave us a long document to read through about this update. I'm going to give you a link to it in the description of this video. Google Search is always working to better connect people to helpful information. To this end, we're launching what we're calling the Helpful Content Update. That's part of a broader effort to ensure people see more original, helpful content written by people for people in search results. So Google says that they're targeting content that is being written for search engines instead of for people, and that if your content's not helpful to the people coming to your website, then your website might get filtered out of Google's search results. Thankfully, Google provided us with two guidelines that you can try to follow to stay on the right side of the law. The first of those guidelines is to focus on people-first content. And Google says people first a couple of times in this document. If you want to read through it again, the link is in the description. But Google says the Helpful Content Update aims to better reward content where visitors feel they've had a satisfying experience, while content that doesn't meet a visitor's expectations won't perform as well. How can you ensure that you're creating content that will be successful with our new update? By following our long-standing advice and guidelines to create content for people, not for search engines. So there it is again. Google goes on to say, people-first content creators focus first on creating satisfying content while also utilizing SEO best practices to bring searchers additional value. Answering yes to the following questions means you're probably on the right track with a people-first approach. So these are all things that we take into consideration at Book Cleaning Jobs when we're building websites for clients. But if you're building your own website, you might want to ask yourself these questions as you're writing your website content. It might actually help you to build a better, more effective website. So here are the questions Google gives us. I'm not going to go over all of them, just the ones that make sense for carpet cleaners. Starting with, do you have an existing or intended audience for your business or site that would find the content useful if they came directly to you? Does your site have a primary purpose or focus? These are easy for carpet cleaners. You're trying to attract people who need their carpets cleaned, their upholstery cleaned, their tile and grout cleaned, and your site has a primary purpose or focus, which is to get those people to contact you, to call you, or to request a quote. Google gives you a couple more questions you can ask yourself. After reading your content, will someone leave feeling they've learned enough about a topic to help achieve their goal? And will someone reading your content leave feeling like they've had a satisfying experience? The big point here is that Google wants to make sure people who come to your website, your carpet cleaning business website, are actually getting all of their questions answered. And if they're looking to hire somebody, Google's hoping to see that those people are going to contact you. Google wants to see those people call you or fill out a form on your website or click to go to your online booking portal or take some kind of meaningful action, right? So the next guideline Google gives us is to avoid creating content for search engines first. Create content for people first. Don't make content for search engines first. Google says this doesn't mean don't do SEO, and it doesn't change any of the SEO best practices that are out there. Google mostly wants everybody to focus on creating content for people first and to avoid creating content for search engines first. Google says, how do you avoid taking a search engine first approach? Answering yes to some or all of these questions is a warning sign that you should reevaluate how you're creating content across your site. Again, there's a list of questions. I tried to narrow it down to just the ones that are relevant for cleaners. I'm going to read through these quickly. Is the content primarily to attract people from search engines rather than made for humans? Are you producing lots of content on different topics in hopes that some of it might perform well in search results? Are you using extensive automation to produce content on many topics? Are you mainly summarizing what others have to say without adding much value? Are you writing about things simply because they seem trending and not because you'd write about them otherwise for your existing audience? Does your content leave readers feeling like they need to search again to find better information from other sources? Are you writing to a particular word count because you've heard or read that Google has a preferred word count? Google says, no, they don't have a preferred word count. So there's two that I want to call out in particular because a lot of SEO people are talking about them. Are you producing lots of content on different topics in hopes that some of it might perform well in search results? Are you using extensive automation to produce content on many topics? A lot of folks are saying that this is the death of AI copywriters. And if you didn't know, a lot of marketers have started using artificial intelligence to write stuff for the internet. And when I say stuff, I mean blog posts, social media posts, Reddit responses, even the copy, the words that are on your website. Some SEO people are saying that if you use AI to write your website copy, your website's going to get sniffed out by Google's new update and removed from the search results. And I think this is a little alarmist. And if you're listening to the SEO experts and getting a little freaked out, I think you can relax. Because I've never actually met a carpet cleaner who's using AI to write the copy on their website. Most cleaners are building pretty straightforward websites that are focused on cleaning. They talk about the local area that they clean in, and that's all good in Google's eyes. But even still, you might be wondering, how is this update going to work? Google says, here's how it's going to work. And this was posted a week ago, so keep that in mind. Google says the update will start rolling out next week. That's this week. We'll post on our Google ranking updates page when it begins and when it's fully rolled out. I checked today. I haven't seen anything yet, so it must be rolling out right now. There's a lot of information included in this post. I'm not going to read it all to you because I don't think it's all real helpful to carpet cleaners. But essentially, this update's going to roll out over the course of the next 2 weeks. And if Google thinks your website is not particularly helpful, or that you are trying to produce a lot of content that's not relevant to your audience, or that your website's not real focused on your audience, and you're not really putting people first, then your website might not rank as well after this update is fully rolled out. Now, I think by and large, cleaners really have nothing to worry about here. This doesn't seem like something that would affect the average cleaner's website. So unless you're really engaged in some crazy SEO tactics to try to get your website to rank highly on Google, writing a bunch of irrelevant blog posts and just putting all sorts of random stuff on your site and using AI to produce tons of content, I don't think you have anything to worry about at all. If you've gotten any value at all from this video so far, give me a thumbs up, leave a like on this video, and if you want to grow your carpet cleaning business in the next year, subscribe to this channel because I'm going to be posting a lot of videos that I think you're going to find helpful on your journey. Next up, who's going to the experience next month? The experience is going to be in Las Vegas on September 7th, 8th, and 9th. Leave a comment and let me know if you're going to be in Vegas next month. The experience is the best live education, convention, and trade show in the cleaning, restoration, and remediation industry. It's being held this year at Caesars Forum. Again, that's September 7th through the 9th. Tickets are under $400, by the way. Hotels are under $150 a night. And honestly, that's a deal. Let me know if you're planning to be there. Maybe I'll bump into you. Leave me a comment and let me know if you're going to be at the experience. And by the way, if you haven't watched my website design for carpet cleaners tutorial yet, go and check it out. In that video, I share the 3 most important things that you need to do with your carpet cleaning website if you want to book more jobs, including the all-important 50% rule. And if you don't know what the 50% rule is, then you really do need to go watch that video. Go find it on my channel right now. But first, I don't want you to leave empty-handed. If you're confused about how all of this fits together, if you're wishing somebody would just give you a roadmap or a cheat sheet, then you're in luck. Head on over to BookCleaningJobs.com/cheat sheet to get a copy of the carpet cleaning marketing cheat sheet. Inside, you're going to find a complete plan to grow your carpet cleaning business online and book more jobs. Consider this your roadmap to success. It's going to help you figure out what you should tackle first when it comes to your website, social media, Google, Facebook, SEO, paid ads, and a lot more. So head on over to BookCleaningJobs.com/cheat sheet to get your free copy right now. That's it for this week. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them. I'm Ruben, BookCleaningJobs.com. I'll see you next time.